I'm going to make this as simple as possible for you. So let's do that. Space would be a zero pressure system. Earth is a high pressure system. High pressure systems go to low pressure systems always. Every single time. There is absolutely no way you could ever prove air pressure without a container. What you see here is a container with air pressure. As you can tell by this graph, the lower you are in the container, the higher the air pressure is. And the higher you are in the container, the lower the air pressure is. This matches perfectly with our observations. The higher you are in the air, the lower the air pressure. The lower you are in the air, the higher the air pressure. So please do show me an experiment in which you can create a gradient air pressure without a container. And then you could go ahead and explain to the world how a zero pressure system such as space allows for a pressure gradient that we experience. The statement about space not being butted up next to the pressure of Earth does not matter. It does not matter because these pressures are butted up against these pressures, and this pressure being lower than this pressure would even out if we were not in a container. The only way you could ever experience any form of pressure gradient such as this is if the air pressure you are measuring is contained. If you were to do any research, you would see that the shape of the container determines the pressure inside of the container based on the height of the container. Nowhere in the world will you ever find any form of air pressure without a container. And because air is a fluid and we are in a container with a high dome, we experience these gradient pressures, the same way shown in this scientific experiment. Please do show me a scientific experiment in which the gradient pressure could be greater at the bottom than it is in the top with an open system. You will never be able to do that. All you will be able to do is blindly believe the nonsense. Some of us just choose to think. Some of us choose to do the research. Some of us choose to compare the research to real-life observations. Air pressure is defined as the force the gas would exert upon a surface or a container. The top half of this statement is tested, proved, and repeated science. This bottom half stating that the gravity of the Earth keeps the air pressure on the surface of the Earth is called pseudoscience. Please do choose the pseudoscience over reality. No, because NASA says so. Anyways, I still love you. I'm going to